everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Mooney, and today we're going to get started on some training and a lot of championships. I need to earn myself the next ribbon, so yeah, I'm really excited. We're just going to kind of talk about little random things here and there, maybe touch base on some Halloween thoughts and for the season, since we're going to be rolling out of summer and straight into fall. Some of the few things that I did want to try and touch on is, the new Andalusian that they're remaking. Seen some little hints here and there about it, and I'm not sure how I entirely feel. If it's anything like the Mountain Horse, I think I'll really like them. However, you guys know my qualm with the Frisians. If it's like that, probably not going to own any of them. And that's just being, again, genuine and how I like the breed. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Today I'm riding Sunflower. She's a Hanoverian. She's one of my favorites. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and begin. So I'm going to try and see where the next champ is. Actually, I should probably check that now. Let's see. I guess I didn't get the notification for the next one, so that's okay. We have to turn that off. I think for now we're just going to do some practice here. Sunflower is one of my eventing horses. She's really well trained in hunters and in dressage, so I think it'll be a good thing here to get that started. I've worked really hard with all of my horses to train and compete and do their own thing, so I'm really excited to try and get that started. There's been a lot of competitions going on recently with the servers, so we're looking to compete. Let me go in here. I'm pretty sure I always get these mixed up today. Yep. Okay. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and start my practice here. But yeah, I wanted to touch base on some of the things. Let's start with like the Andalusians. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and your opinions too, because it's important for me to get a clear understanding what others think too. But I don't know, I kind of feel like they're doing a really good job. They did kind of spoiler a few other coat colors that they have. So I'm really excited to see what coat colors not only do they stick with for, just the normal, the normal colors in game, and see kind of what they do from there. They did do, is it a Cremello? I don't know if it's actually a Cremello. It could be, I could be wrong. But it's the one that's kind of like more reddish, I guess, but light, if that makes sense. So yeah, they're bringing that one. They obviously have the Dapple. I'm excited to see what they do with the chestnut one. Yeah, it's really crazy how they're coming out with these horses, and they're looking even better every single year. Just really hope, like I said, they don't butcher. Oh, I missed that rainbow jump. That's okay. I just hope they don't butcher the horse entirely. I did see that they had like the special move in one of the photos. It looks so much more better than the other generation, and of course it's supposed to, right? It's supposed to look better than what they had. So yeah, I think it'll be a good update for that breed. Again, I will be a stickler. I really want them to bring in all the other old ones, like the Oldenburg. I really think that would be a cool addition. That's okay. I misjudged the distance for that one. But I think the Oldenburg would be another good addition. So we'll see. I'm really excited to see the other breeds and stuff. I know there was like a list. I can't remember what the one after the Andalusians were. And I was trying to think about it the other day. I was like, I don't know what else was after that. I think it is a pony. If not pony, I think draft. But yeah, I'm not sure. Not that I'm not paying attention to it, but sometimes I just forget. So hopefully in my next video we can touch base on like the next ones to come. I'm curious to see what they'll do for the Halloween horse. I'm hoping they'll do like a Hanoverian or a mountain horse. Probably not. I think Belgian is still up next. As far as like, you know, breeds they do for rotation on magic horses. I don't know if they'll do it though because they did the butterfly horse, remember? So that could have just been the one quote unquote that they did. I'm gonna take a pause here. They could just be like one of them that they've done. I don't know if they plan on doing more. I think they should have made like the Pegasus and stuff. That should have been a Belgian, not a Dutch, in my personal opinion. Never, you know, no one ever has to agree with me, but my personal opinion. I will talk about the Halloween stuff because I was looking through some of it, and I'm telling you, I'm gonna be a broke person. I am gonna be completely broke because this is a new account. I have to buy back all the outfits I had previously, and I also had to like this event for the Camp Western. I have to work extremely hard to get all the other items that I don't like they did for the last couple years. Not to mention buying back all the stuff that I used to have. Which, I mean, my closet is already full, guys. It's already capped out, so I'm just, you know, I really did enjoy the Halloween stuff. And I really do like that they've come out with new things. I'm so excited because I already have a hint on maybe possibly one of the horses and what they'll look like. From the theme of it, I think we might have like a Frankenstein horse because they had the Frankenstein outfit like in CC Creations. If you go to their video, and I'll link it down below, CC Creations had their video, and one of the tack sets was a Frankenstein. And then the Yule goat that they had, it was a pet. It's one of the pets. The tail, like they didn't mark it out, the tail is green. Now that could be because they used the Yule goat that I have in my saddlebag. They could have used that one. And actually we can check what the tail looks like. Yeah, see the tail is green in the Yule goat. So, not too sure. But, I think like my intuition, you know, I think they may use that. So, it'll be interesting to see what they come out with this year. I'm excited to buy back my horses. There's a few that I'm probably not going to buy back. One being the Tennessee Walker horse. Possibly might get back the Haflinger magic horse, the blue antlered horse. I'm definitely getting the Shire. That one was one of my favorites. It's the only black Shire they have. And then as far as everything else goes, I don't remember all of them, but I'm probably not going to get any more. Oh, it's the Jorvik Wilds. Yeah, I'm not doing those, and I'm not doing the fjords. I really want them to redo the fjords. They're probably going to change or save that for another time, but it's one of the breeds I wish they would also redo, along with the Oldenburgs and stuff like that. I think they are bringing a new breed. I'm pretty sure they are. I can't remember though. It's so difficult because like they'll put out a list and then they won't stick to that list all the time. So we'll see. But I am really curious to see what the magic horses will look like this year. I hope they do a bat-winged horse. It would be cool to do like a bat-winged mountain horse. Oh, it'd be so cool. Or like a bat-winged Hanoverian. Excuse me. And it can kind of be like kind kind of like the Pegasus horse where the wings don't really like work, or they can make it work in their favor and do it like the butterfly and the moth horse, where the wings do kind of flap when they like jump and stuff, but pretty minimal. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that's something they should do, or should they wait till that's like a full animation in game, or like horses can fly and stuff like that? I think that would be a good addition for them. I think it would be life changing if they did something like that. And I hate to say it, but bring the old games like Belisara, where all those horses were mystical and magical and can fly and do all this other stuff. Bring all that back, and Alicia Online, maybe not the horses flying all over the place, but like Alicia Online, when you were racing, you could fly through the sky. I think if they took some of the aspects of other games and tried to look and see how those animations worked, they could really make flying horses work. They really can. I think it would level up their game, for sure. I think we'd get a lot more attention with Star Stable. So I think it would just be a great idea. Let me know your thoughts on that. Do you guys think that they should bring horses that can fly in the game? Like, do you think that would be really cool and a good addition? They could do air races. You know how like in Harry Potter they did like the the Golden Snitch, and they were doing all of that? It could be like that. They could do races like that where you go through hoops in the sky, stuff like that. Definitely something to think about. And it's one of the things I've been really thinking and pondering over ever since we had the Pegasus horse. Plus, in their main story quest, the statues, there's winged horses. So I think it only makes sense. I think eventually we'll have something where you can fly around. Whether it's permanent wings designated to specific horses, so like how the Pegasus horse has its own set of wings, or kind of like Alicia Online, or when you're doing the rainbow race, how the wings just kind of appear and you fly through the sky, kind of like that, and it just kind of be clear or whatever, and you can buy on different types of wings. I don't know, guys. It's just a thought. I think there's a lot to think about when it comes to Star Stable and the achievements that they can definitely make. I also think they need to really update their engines, and with that comes updated PCs, right? So they're gonna have to change graphics. They're gonna have to change, I mean, maybe not all of the graphics, maybe not like a significant amount, but they are gonna have to change a lot of the things in there to support a different system for horses that can fly, right? So they could have to change engine systems again, and who knows what, but hopefully, it's an idea, something to think about. I think it would benefit Star Stable a lot to try and delve into something like that. So, yeah. And then, they also came out with the outfits. I wanted to touch base on the outfits for Halloween. Again, I'm going to be broke as no other. But I'm so excited because I was complaining for the longest time. They came out with a Hackmore, but they didn't have like an English saddle with it. They did a jumping one, and then they did a Western one for Camp Western. And they finally came out with a dressage one, with a dressage saddle. So I'm like, the minute I like complained about it, I was like, ooh, prayers were heard, like, yay, like I don't have to basically complain about it anymore, which was pretty funny. But I'm excited for that. I'm also excited for any new quests that we might get for the Halloween. They also said that they are adding an additional island on, which that's going to be cool. I'm super stoked for that. So yeah, I'm really, really, really looking forward to the Halloween event now, because there's going to be so much more, I feel like, that they're going to introduce, in a sense. So we'll see what they do and see what they say. But I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a really good thing. I was kind of a little salty because I thought they were going to give us the cow ears and stuff for Camp Western, but they didn't. I think are we not even getting the pumpkin thing? I don't even think we're getting that. I don't know. But I'm going to find out in a little bit here. I'm going to kind of pause my training real quick. I can hit the home button. Kind of did our work here. Let's see. Let us look. Nope, nothing from... That's weird. It's been really weird lately. It doesn't send me notifications on the next one. I'm going to take off the filter. It is really nice. This filter is from SSO Secrets. I really enjoy their stuff. I can even like show you guys. They have really good presets. I also make my own, so it's kind of like nice to see and learn how people have created theirs, because you can see like what they've used and how they've set it up. So if I ever wanted to incorporate something like this, I could. And you know, even if you do look at this, you can never always exactly copy someone. The numbers are always going to be skewed, so you can, but I wouldn't do that. Let me go here. We're gonna go, home stable. We're gonna go home stable. Give me just one moment. Okay. Oh, maybe that is a champ, is it? It is a champ. That was a call out. Golden Hill. Okay, we can go to that one. I just gotta talk to the girl over here. Okay. We're gonna head on over there. Sorry, there's a little bit of silence between because I'm still trying to figure it out. I wasn't planning on doing a lot today, but it's kind of nice because not a lot of people are on since the event is kind of going down. So, yeah, and let me know what you guys think of the event this year for the Camp Western, because I think they put a lot more in it, which was more beneficial for them. We had a lot to do. I really enjoyed having to do more than one thing and having a lot to do. There's a lot of tasks to be done, and I do think they kind of shirked us on the coins a little bit. They could have added more later on, but they didn't. But, you know, to each their own. This is the one race that I struggle with, guys. Looks like there's quite a bit of people here, so this will be nice. So the stats on here I think are really cool. I think they need to up them though. When it comes to events, I think they really should. I think they should make an even keel, actually. I don't think they should up them. So I think instead of, and these are all the ones I have so far, I only want this one. This is the last one I want, so I don't care about this one. And even if I don't get this one, it's not a big deal, but I do want a black ribbon, so hopefully Halloween they'll have a black ribbon. I won't have to really worry about this one, but this is more like normal type looking ribbons. I'll show you guys in a second. Yeah, see, this one looks more normal, so that's why I want it. Excuse me, my voice is a little dry, guys, so I apologize. But I think they should make getting the ribbons an even keel. Like you should, maybe not, but my thought was like 50 for this, 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 so on and so forth. I think a lot of people give up once you get to like halfway, because then it's like in the hundreds and it's extremely hard to get to the next one. And there's not enough time because you have to do all the other quests and stuff if you don't complete them every day for those specific events. So I do think they need to change it a little bit, but for now I'm gonna go after my ribbon that I want, and hopefully I'll get it before the season's up, before this ends on the 3rd, and we'll kind of go from there. But I think I can level up my horse now. Yep. Level 14. Woo woo. Yeah, going back to like all of the Halloween stuff that they're gonna do. There's an owl pet and a Yule goat, which I think is pretty cool. We have a lot of owls. I'd like to see a little more diversity in those owl pets, but I honestly think that they do so well with everything that they plan out. So I'm really excited to see what they bring to the table as far as like what those pets will look like and the horses too. I don't know how far in advance they plan those, but I know they had like a chart. I'll have to find it again because they had like a um, excuse me. They had like they had a chart where they drew out all the magic horses they wanted to like make or complete or whatever. The carousel horse was on there, butterfly horse was on there, the robot horse was on there. What other one was on there? Oh, the fall magic horses. Remember the other not Hanoverians, halflingers, the fall ones? I always forget about them, and those are horses that I do want too. Um, I used to have them, and I love them. They're so cute. So it's something I will work towards. But yeah, they have those ones too, which people tend to forget about. Fair enough, right? But they have those as well. So I think they've had quite a bit of magic horses actually on that list that they've mostly knocked out. Maybe about 8, 9, and I think there was like 16 total. So don't quote me on that. I think I could be wrong about the 16, but I think that they can definitely add more to it. They've come out with some pretty awesome results. I mean, the butterfly horse, the moth horse, genius. Now, a lot of people were saying, ew, it's bugged, so I'm not going to get it. And then they caved in and got it once they saw it. So, I think to each their own. Kind of wish I would have gotten the moth horse, but I'm okay for waiting for next year, because there's always going to be something new next year. And I did buy the horses that I wanted. There are still a few more that I want from that event itself, but the ones that are going to kill me this year are the Halloween events and Christmas. It's been a real challenging time to get things together. But I honestly, I have had such a good time trying to do the Camp Western stuff. I'm not really too worried about everything else. And I'm also setting aside some more money so that I can buy star coins to get the next thing. And I always have such a hard time waiting when they do the double star coins week. I never learn. And I work different, and my payday scales are different. They're not set on a Friday, like a bi-weekly normal. It's 2 dates during the month, and that's it. So, so yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot more to do, a lot more to take care of, in the coming next seasons and stuff. Someone did touch, on the CC Creations video, someone commented, now, and I have to find it, maybe I can find it and post it, but either way, it's going to be tagged. The link for that video is down below, so you guys can go watch it for yourself and kind of see what there is. They did come out with some more Italian-styled tack and gear. I mean, we've always had it, though. Think about it that way. We've always had it since Pasafinos. But not my cup of tea. I love the shirts and I love the hats. Those were such a cute addition. I don't think I'll ever own the pants, so I think that's kind of just, the difference between what I like and stuff. I'm trying to think everything else, because we did kind of touch on some of the outfits for Halloween. And I'll go back to some of that too, because there were more. I think there's 4 or 5 now? 4 or 5? Maybe just 4. Maybe just 4. I think it's just 4. I don't think there's 5. But even after that, someone was touching base on how they hoped that during fall, that we get snow during the winter, they can make it rain. Now, we've all talked about this before, and I mean, maybe not in my videos, but I think they should do seasonal weather. I think it would be really good. They did talk about it before in one of their blogs. They did say that the system that they currently run the game on, the machine, doesn't support the hefty lifting of, hey, like we can do seasonal changes. And if you think about it, that makes kind of a little bit more sense, because if we think about Redwood Point, right? If we think about that area, at one point they did have that area have rain. It was like, I think they were just trying it out just to feel it out. But it caused a lot of people not to go to that area because it would get very glitchy, right? And so I think because of that, they understood like, oh, well, this is going to be a lot more heavy lifting for the system that we currently run the game through. So I think they have to find, like I said, if they're going to add flying horses and all of that and anything more, they're going to have to like find a different system to run the game with. They're going to have to find something that can support and carry and hold something like that. Because this is technically an open world. Yes, sometimes you have to, when you trailer, it like cycles through a screen and then takes you to that area. But if you go through like from, let's just use where we're at, Golden Hills to Silverglade Manor, you don't have to like have that weird pause in between. It just goes straight into the next area. You're able to see it that way. So that's open world, which is kind of nice. I think, you know, this is a good horse game for that alone. But yeah, so I think if they added weather, that would be really cool. I've been such a huge stickler about it. So if I get silent here, guys, it's because I'm racing. So I'm gonna try my best. But yeah, I think there were some other things that they were saying. They were saying that while the rain outfits were there, because they are doing some fall rain outfits. And that being said, they saw that someone, I think they were using reshade for those outfits, like to just display it. And I thought it was really cool that they were able to like not use reshade, but they were basically showing us what those outfits look like. And they are redoing some of the outfits that, you know, we all have to kind of grin down and bear with. They're redoing some of the fishing outfits, some of the older generational outfits, shirts, t-shirts, stuff like that, which I think is really cool because that brought a whole new like excitement to things. You get not only the old shirt but the new shirts too, and people really took after some of that stuff, so that was really cool. I think that them doing that really incentivizes everybody to continue to play the game, even old players, because then they have other outfits they can work towards and have, and not have to stress about like, when are they going to update this, when are they going to do this, when are they going to do that. I think that it's a nice little touch that they have. That being said, they also should probably look into doing more so the updating on the horse end again, like we're saying, some of the tack stuff. They did talk about retrofitting, that was the other thing too, in their last blog. They talked about how they were going to start doing more of the retrofitting. They picked like certain horses to do that with. I guess they picked like certain breeds. Oh no, what it was they picked three different horses each update. I think they were saying they were going to try and do more. Their goal was to do more with whatchamacallits. Oh gosh, it's so hard to think about it. They were going to try and do more with the, you know how like they're doing the horsetail thing. So they were going to try and do more with the horsetail. Oh, the bazaar. That's what it is. It took me a minute to realize what I was talking about. But yeah, they were trying to do more updates when the bazaar like is running, to do more retrofitting during that time, which I think would be a good idea, because as all of you know, there are certain horses that still can't wear certain items, and now there are breed specific ones. I'm not saying that that's the problem, though I do think every breed should be able to wear whatever, but that's my own opinion. And yeah. But yeah, they said that they're going to start doing retrofitting more often. So I think that'll be really nice. And they did touch base on it too. Like, they said why it takes so long and what the difficulties that they run into. And majority of the time, it's making sure that the saddles are sized to that breed, right? So you have to make sure that, how, like, for instance, the Hanoverian that I'm on now, how the roundness of the belly looks with the saddle over it, and it doesn't look like it's cutting through anything, because, that was a common complaint, is that sometimes the saddles would cut into the horse's body, and it's just not giving realism. If they could do us all a solid, and maybe do a setting, because, like, you see how the reins right here are? If they could do a setting where you can pull the reins shorter, I think that would be crazy good. Because there's some people who want really tight reins. They want straight reins and stuff. You know how they hang. I mean, they made it a little bit better nowadays, but like when you're jumping, especially and the reins go loose, it's like, it's not quite what you want. But yeah, I think if they did a setting where you can tighten the reins like that and make them straighter, I think that would make it easier for them. So then that way people who don't want straight reins don't have to have tight reins, or stuff like that. People who ride Western have longer reins, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So just food for thought on that. And then I think that's kind of like where my opinions end as far as this video goes. I will talk more about like the fall outfits and stuff later on in another video, and touch base more on like the Halloween stuff as it gets closer to that time. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for this video today. Sorry if it's so confusing, and I'm sorry about clearing my voice throughout this because I'm literally dying. It's seasonal allergies for me, hay fever. I get that in the fall. I'm not a spring allergies girly, I'm a fall allergies girly, unfortunately. So, but yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe so I can continue to make the content and continue to put videos out. I just need the engagement. I don't necessarily need everybody to watch it, but if people could comment, let me know their opinions. It helps me know what to create in the next video, what to talk about. Not just that, but like I do want to hear people's opinions and share those. It's just when I don't have those things, I can't really share them. I can only go off of what my opinions are. So please go ahead, like, subscribe, comment down below what you think and your thoughts about the Halloween to come up, and the fallness of Star Stable, what your thoughts are and what you're hoping for, maybe even in the coming years. Like, do you wish that we had seasonal changes? Do you wish it was kind of like the winter thing where you can turn it off and on, or select a season or select rain or whatever? I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are. Share down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.